Member of the House Judiciary Committee, Virginia, Congressman Ben Cline. Congressman, Merry Christmas. Glad to have you. Anna Paulina Luna, your colleague there, sounding the alarm on the FISA bill that was just barely killed by conservatives in the House. If it weren't for Chip Roy and a couple of other conservatives, we'd have a government weaponized against the people even more so now. Who is this legislation supposed to be benefiting? Because it's not benefiting our people.
Chris, it doesn't benefit the American people. I'm proud to be a member of the Freedom Caucus and work alongside Congresswoman Luna, Congressman Roy, all of us, whether it's on the Judiciary Committee, on the Rules Committee, or across the Congress to protect the American people's rights, not the right of the FBI to spy on Americans without a warrant. That's what we're trying to change. That's what we're trying to fix. The Judiciary Committee bill was a civil liberties bill. It was a Fourth Amendment protection bill for the American people, for their privacy rights. And the Intelligence Committee bill is a bill that maintains the status quo and actually expands the authority of the FBI even further. So we're in a fight right now for the American people, and we're not going to stop fighting until we win.
Yeah, look at what happened the last time. When the current FISA provision was abused. Crossfire hurricane, a plan between the FBI and Barack Obama to falsely accuse Donald Trump. And naturally, Democrats don't want to reform it at all. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is back in D.C. requesting more of our taxpayers' money. Congressman, since Russia has sided with China and Iran against the United States, I understand why degrading its ability to project power is something that's in America's interest. Yet because Democrats have weakened our defenses at home, our people have been made vulnerable courtesy of millions of unvetted illegal aliens that have come across that border. Democrats have let into our country. Will Republicans make a condition of releasing aid to Ukraine if and only if the wall is finished and the Remain in Mexico policy is fully reinstated?
We are drawing a line in the sand that we will not allow any aid to Ukraine because we have a border here at home that we have to protect. We want to support our friends in Ukraine, but we're not willing to send the dollars of hardworking American taxpayers when we aren't willing to defend our own borders. And Chuck Schumer and Joe Biden have allowed this crisis at our border to worsen to the point where, yes, we have people on terrorist watch lists sneaking across the border. Millions of people, we have 8 million undocumented illegals coming across the border since Biden took office. That's the same population as the Commonwealth of Virginia. My home state is 8 million people. So just imagine how this number is affecting law enforcement, schools, roads, public transportation, housing. It's affecting all across our country. We have a nation in crisis, and we have to address our border.
Yes, and Congressman, don't forget your Senate colleagues in the Republican Party who voted to fund all of this nonsense, millions of illegal aliens coming across the border. Meantime, Congressman, House Republicans are preparing for a Biden impeachment inquiry vote. I had to go very slowly there. The vote could happen as early as tomorrow. Now, Congressman, from the outside, just go with me. It looks like the GOP is dragging their feet. They started talking about an inquiry, then they started an unofficial inquiry, although they never said it was unofficial. Now they're launching an official inquiry. At this rate, it's going to be June of 2024 before the GOP even decides it wants to vote on impeachment. But I'm going to bet you, Congressman, that several of your colleagues will be then shouting from the rooftops, oh, no impeachment vote. We have to let the election decide. Are Americans right, Congressman, to be skeptical the GOP is actually opposing Democrats here?
Well, Republicans are pursuing the truth. We are accumulating the facts. The Judiciary Committee is ready under the chairmanship of Jim Jordan to act on those facts. But the Biden administration has not been producing the documents that we want. And so that's why we're taking this vote today, is because we're going to have to go to court to get the documents, and the judge in the case, whoever it is going to look and say, did the House vote on an impeachment inquiry to get those documents, and if so, then the administration has to provide them. So it's our way to get the documents. Now, I would rather move quickly so that politics of a presidential election year don't interfere, but we're going to make sure that judiciary moves aggressively to follow the facts where they lead. The $250,000 that Joe Biden has received from the relationships that his brother and his son have had, essentially charging for access to the president, and $20,000 from Chinese affiliates. So we know that Chinese money is making its way into the Biden's pockets, and we need the documents to prove them. We need the documents. We need the bank records. And once we get those, the Judiciary Committee will take action.